Hello and welcome to Off Script with myself, Hannah Bowman. This is your reality TV podcast where we're kicking off by talking about MAFS because it's that time of year and I don't know about you guys, but the way that I know that time is moving extremely fast is when MAFS just comes around. Like I don't count it by birthdays or Christmases. I count it by a new season of MAFS kicking off, and that is what's happening in 1 day's time. But before we get into the actual show, we have been talking a bit about the cast. So last episode, I introduced you to the 9 gals and the 9 guys that make up the couples on the show. And we did a bit of a run through our assumptions just based off of their pictures, you know. But there's a couple that was on the show and then off the show that I didn't mention. So the couple is Micah and Ankita, and they did all the pre-screenings, they did the psychological tests, they did the evaluations, they quit their jobs and head off for an exciting new chapter, getting married on MAFS. They did the Hens and Bucks nights, met all the other couples, then they were married here in Sydney, and then they were kicked off the show. So I thought we could chat a little bit about what we know from this. So yeah, as I said, Micah and Ankita were paired together on the show. The experts and producers thought that they were a good fit, and they made it through. And last year there was a lot of talk about casting and, you know, the type of people we put on this show and the type of people we platform. There were people with quite serious allegations against them that kind of came out after filming. There was the incident of Paul punching a hole through the wall. So the rhetoric around the casting and the people that they're platforming has been a big thing, which, like, understandably. And also in MAFS, you're put in close quarters with these people, so you want to feel safe. You're marrying them and then you're expected to sleep in a bed with them and be in a tiny little apartment with them. So it's a show that you live through. It's not like going to set, working, and then leaving. So, of course, when you sign up for this show, you want to feel safe. You want to know that the person you're with is someone that you can feel comfortable around. So what went wrong with Micah and Ankita is that there were paparazzi shots of the MAFS wedding happening here in Sydney. I believe it was in Darling Point. It's actually a park I used to walk my dog quite a bit, so I recognised it straight away. And fun fact, I saw a COVID wedding happen there when I was out on my government-mandated walk one day. A 5-person COVID wedding happened in that exact same location. So beautiful spot there, and the paparazzi photos came out. So pictures of the rumoured cast came out, and someone got on TikTok and made some videos alluding to allegations against the groom. So then Channel 9 have obviously taken that quite seriously, understandably, and pulled them from the show. That being said, they had already filmed the Bucks and Hens nights. So I think it will be really interesting watching the show to see how they either edit around that, which I don't even know if that's possible, because it'll, like, is that possible? You can edit audio so easily, but the video of them all walking in together, there would at least be shots of them in the background, even if they didn't use shots of them talking. Like, I just don't know how they can do that. Or will they have a little card that pops up and says, you can see these people, but, you know, they don't hang around because of X, Y, Z. I don't know. The couple themselves, they did an interview with the Daily Mail where they said they were really disappointed with how this came out. They're still really good friends. And they said that they had a lot of chemistry during the experiment. But then the bride was saying, like, why didn't you rematch me and put me back in? You know, you did that with Lauren and Elliot last year and all this stuff. But I'm thinking, if you had such a good connection, did you pursue the relationship by yourselves? Like, I'm not sure. But I think it is sad for her that she didn't get the opportunity to have the experience based on who she was matched with. She also said, you know, she had spent between $6,000 and $10,000 on outfits and getting organised for MAFS and having to quit her job and do all that stuff. And then on the flip side for Micah, he was feeling quite annoyed at the fact that these allegations, there's no kind of evidence behind them or receipts behind them, and he was urging, Channel 9 to get the police involved so that he could officially on the record clear his name. Rightfully so, he said, I passed all the tests. I passed all the background checks that Channel 9 claimed to do so diligently to keep everyone safe. So, it's horrible. False accusations do happen. But on the other hand, I guess they are wanting to 100% make sure she is safe, which is also very, very valid. But I just am so interested to see how they edit around this, because they made it to the honeymoons. They were at that stage, and they can easily cut out the honeymoons and the weddings, but the Bucks and Hens, we will just have to wait and see how they deal with it. Now, another groom that I want to talk about again is Scott. So I brought him up in my previous episode. He is I've got my laptop here. He's known for living life in the fast lane. He is a confident, car-loving adrenaline junkie who runs multiple businesses and is determined to build an empire and live a luxury lifestyle well into the future. So he was the guy that I was like, sorry, are you looking for an EA or are you looking for a wife? It was a little bit confusing. But I have done a little bit more research, and it turns out that Scott is a bit of a repeat offender with reality TV. So he was on $1 Million Island, he was on Blind Date, and he has also been on Holy Moly. So this is his 4th time doing reality TV. And I've seen some articles where he has spoken about the fact that he is quite set on looking for fame. So good on him for getting on MAFS, because if you want to get famous in Australia, this is probably the right show to do it on. That being said, he has such a confusing persona online. I've been having a look at his YouTube channel, and the description of his channel says, I'm Scott, entrepreneur, longevity junkie, finance specialist, and early morning savage on a mission to help you build a powerful life through discipline, clean living, and smart business moves. That's a lot going on. Like, are you a wellness expert? Are you a finance person? Are you a business person? I don't know. What do you mean entrepreneur as well? I'm not too sure. Then it says, here's what you'll get. What do you, get out of this channel or get from knowing him? I'm not sure. Longevity and anti-aging protocols, bracket Blueprint inspired. So I know that Blueprint is Brian Johnson, that guy who's I have the best sleep score in the world, and I eat algae for breakfast, and I am reverse aging. So is that one of his idols? I don't know. Then we have clean bulking and 4,000 plus calorie performance diets, 4 a.m. gym sessions and structured training. Why do we have to eat so much, and why do we have to train so early in the day? Very confusing. So I guess this is all his wellness stuff. And then from there we go to finance tips through my company, A-Lend Finance. So he's a finance expert, I guess. Supercars, jet skis, and the alpha lifestyle. What is the alpha lifestyle, Scott? High performance habits, mindset, and routines. If you're ready to level up physically, financially, and mentally, hit subscribe and let's get it. Okay. So how many people have hit subscribe? 1. That's nice. And his videos are quite confusing. It's just him with a lot of cars and things. I'm not sure where the longevity stuff comes into it, or the 4,000 calories a day and 4 a.m. wake-ups. But yeah, so I feel like this little research that I've done into Scott is really painting a picture of the vibe he's giving. He's alpha. He has done 3 other reality shows. He's a longevity expert, a finance expert, and a early morning savage that wants an EA as a wife. So that's exciting for him. I don't know who he ends up marrying, but good luck to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this little deep dive into a couple that we've lost and a dude that honestly feels like my version of 100 red flags, but we'll see. And this is the week, guys. Strap in. MAFS is starting. I'm bloody excited for the drama, and I am worried about my lifestyle, guys. I am worried about the hours that I'm going to have to put into this, but that's okay. If you've enjoyed this, give it a share, give me a follow, leave a comment down below if there's anything that you're wanting to hear more about, because I serve you. I'm a super fan to the super fans. But yeah, guys, the drama that's happening already, and we haven't even started, like when they say this is the most explosive season yet, like they actually might be right.